Hello. All right, this is probably the only video I'm going to have time to do this week. I'll worry about that in advance. People keep on emailing me and telling me that the quality is poor. Thank you. I know that. I have next to no internet. This is as good as it's going to get for another couple of months or so until Comcast installs something for us. So I'm sorry about the video quality. Not much I can do about it. So I keep on also getting, I don't usually get, you would think I'd get quite a few emails saying, what does a recovery coach do? And I actually don't get that many emails saying that. But in the past couple of weeks, I've had more than usual. And I wonder why that is. And people emailing me, asking me if I have any qualifications as a recovery coach. And I'm like, well, I was a recovery coach before they started doing qualifications for recovery coach. So no, I don't. Because when I started being a recovery coach really wasn't a thing. And then a couple of years ago, some sort of eating disorder centers and eating disorder professionals, therapists decided that they cash in by saying, I'm going to sell you a course that's going to turn you into a recovery coach. And so now there are courses that you can pay to go on to become a recovery coach. But no, I didn't do that. I became a recovery coach because I recovered from my own eating disorder, and I started writing about it and I started talking about it. And then people started asking me to help them. So I started helping them. And then I had so many people asking me to help them that I quit my full-time job and did that full-time. And if you want a certificate, if you want to work with somebody who has a certificate, I am not your person because I am never going to do that. All right. So Joanna says, I'm 7 months in recovery and I'm bloated all the time and I have a huge belly. Good for you. That's exactly how it should be. Talin, when did you become confident enough in your recovery to become a coach? Well, I've been recovered for quite a long while. I went off and did other stuff. I went and got a full-time job in marketing and tech and did a load of shit. But that was quite boring, but it made money. But I always kept the blog going. Started writing about it, wrote some books, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a relatively confident person anyway. Like for me, I went and did tech app marketing. I didn't have much. I didn't have any qualifications to do that. They still hired me. Did a pretty good job. But anyway. Have you had experience yourself or with clients having extreme itchiness when malnourished? Yes, and in recovery as well. A lot of people get super itchy when they actually start eating more food and they're in recovery. And like some theories are, it's the same reason like your hair actually thins more when you start eating more because your body's kind of trying to shed stuff. But I think that dehydration makes us itchy as well, dryness, dry skin and things like that. And when your body's just basically in shit condition, which it is when it's malnourished, then it's going to be itchy, isn't it? Because it's just everything's shit. Crumble Cupcake. Hi, Tabs. Hi, Crumble Cupcake. I have constant mental hunger and I eat all day and I just never feel satisfied all the time in my recovery. No, it's the way it's supposed to be. Keep going. Tyranny. Cool name. Tyranny of Gabrielle. Obviously, I want to recover, but I feel like I use my eating disorder as a distraction for everything. For example, I use thoughts of binging to get me through school and work. Well, that is kind of the other way around, actually. It's not that you're using the thoughts of binging as a distraction. It's just that that's what your brain wants you to think about. So what I'm saying is this is you're in less control about what your thoughts are than your brain is, in a sense, or your biology is. Your biology is just trying to make you eat food. And so it's just trying to make you think of food. So it's not that you're being distracted. You like thinking about food, right? It feels good to think about food. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because your brain and your biology is like, oh, let's make this human feel good about thinking about food because then it might go and eat some. That's really what it wants you to do. Does exercise stall recovery? Brody, have you listened to none of my shit? Just think about it for a while. Your body is knackered. It's been in energy deficit. The last thing it needs to do is go and lift weights. You've got, when you're fully recovered, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But right now, don't get sucked into, you need to do weight-bearing exercise, otherwise you're going to get osteoporosis. Do you know what's going to give you osteoporosis? Energy deficit is going to give you osteoporosis. All right, I have to go soon. Oh, God. Have you ever had super difficult, hard to help clients? Yeah. but I still like them. Not everybody's easy. Can you imagine me if I was my client? I'd be a fucking nightmare client. So it's not like I can judge anybody else and be like, well, you're a pain in the ass, because I would have been the worst client ever for me. So I just try and compare. If people are having a hard time in recovery, I just sort of compare them to what I would have been like. I wouldn't have been talked to me in the first place. So there you go. You're very welcome, Danielle. But actually, it was probably you, wasn't it? Not me. Gosh, there's lots of questions today, guys. What did you do in the meantime when you made space for other things than your eating disorder binges at night? How do you have the patience to know that things work out in the end? Well, you don't. That's not how it works. It's not like you don't stop binging because you're making yourself stop binging. You stop binging because you want to stop binging, because you don't want to binge anymore, because you're not in an energy deficit anymore. So therefore you don't need to binge anymore. So it's not like I forced myself to stop binging and then distracted myself. That would be the opposite of what you need to do, actually. You've got to allow yourself to binge and not distract yourself from that. And then what will gradually happen is that your body won't feel the need to binge anymore, so it won't do it anymore as you come out of energy deficit. And then what will happen is you will use that time sleeping. I hope that makes sense. Oh, and if you mean sort of what did I do because I did make space by stopping exercise, so that created a lot of space in my life. And what I mostly did with that time was eat food and watch box sets, because Netflix wasn't a thing, but box sets were. And so I just got a load of box sets from my parents in the local library, sat there on my own. A bit sad, isn't it? But it's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to hole up in my space and watch box sets and eat a load of food. And that's exactly what I did. And it was wonderful. All right. Mia says, I'm at my highest weight. I feel happy that I get to eat and I'm okay with my body. I am happy to say I'm fully recovered. And that's great. And you're probably going to get more than okay with your body as you carry on, as you keep on teaching your brain, like, you know what, this body is kind of cool, actually. I like it. Then your brain will start to not just be okay with your body, your brain will start to really like your body. So keep going with that. And hopefully you can get to a place where you're not just okay with your body, you're like, this thing's awesome. How was my finger? It still looks kind of fucked, doesn't it? So I went through all this surgery that's trying to make my finger straight and not look completely fucked up, and it still looks completely fucked up, but I can move it. So that's the main thing. Thank you very much for asking. That was very considerate of you, nice person. All right, one more. So Paulie says, how do you deal with the feeling of never being satisfied no matter how much you eat? Well, you've got to understand that this is not going to go on forever. There's a reason why your body is making you feel like you're never satisfied despite the fact that you're eating tons of food. And that's because your body's just like, this human needs to just eat the whole time because we're in trouble. When you're no longer in trouble, when you come out of energy deficit, then your body won't need to do that anymore. And it will start telling you that you're satisfied more often. Don't be in a rush for that to happen. You being in a rush for that to happen won't make it happen any faster. Your body is in control of this process. So how you deal with it is you just sit back and you just say, this is what's happening right now. I'm eating tons of food and I don't feel satisfied. And that's okay, because I trust that my body is guiding me to do what I need to do in order to become healthy. And you breathe and you just allow yourself to be okay with the fact that you eat tons of food and you don't feel satisfied, because that actually is really okay for you right now. That's the best thing that you could do right now, is eat loads and loads of food. And I know that it's uncomfortable not to feel satisfied, but it's a discomfort that will pass, and it's less uncomfortable if you force yourself to kind of be okay with it and just be like, well, I'm just going to do, this is obviously my body communicating me very strongly that I need a lot of high energy food. So I'm going to do my best to deliver and give it as much high energy food every day as I can. And then hopefully your body, as it comes out of energy deficit, won't have to push you that hard. But it's okay. That's the main way that you make yourself be okay with it. It's okay that you don't feel satisfied. It's not forever. When you come out of energy deficit, your body trusts you more and things are starting to even out and balance out. you will begin to feel satisfied. Okay, lots of luck, guys. I've got to go. And like I said, this is going to be a shit week. Well, it's not a shit week, really. I'm away. I'm going away for a couple of days on a little bit of a 2-day vacation with my hubs. But so that's not shit. Like for me, it's not shit. But in terms of making YouTube videos, it's going to be a shit week. But I'll be back in full force after this week. Best of luck in recovery, everyone. Bye.